Thanks for letting us crash. We've never been here before, and I think these forums are really important. I used to be a professor of design, and I like mentoring, and I think these are vital. I'm Robson Splain. This is Chris Splain. We look alike because we're brothers, and by coincidence, we're also part of Splain Design Associates. And Splain Design Associates, I kind of need to tell a story a little bit how we got here. We've been around for 42 years, and about a decade ago, we moved to San Diego. We had 2 offices up north of LA, and we designed products for big corporations. We've done everything from toys to robotic medical products. But more and more, we kind of wanted some space. We wanted to move down to San Diego. So we wanted to change our business model when we came down here. And I didn't want to do design for hire anymore. We got to a point where, we used to get paid to put fins on a Cadillac and make things look sexy. But what we really enjoy doing is coming up with new innovations, making things work, and not doing Me Too products. So about a decade ago or so, we started licensing. So you've probably seen some of our products on TV and in the medical world and such. And licensing has been very good to us. But if you've watched Shark Tank, I've worked with some of those people. And that's what they're like when they're really being nice. And the infomercial world can really be nasty. There's some good people in it, and there's some really, really tough people in it. And the companies have gotten so big, we wanted to make another change. So we reinvented ourselves again. So what we have done is we actually opened up 3 companies. And in my case, I love being a designer. I love working with designers, and I'm a really terrible businessman. So what we did is we actually brought in a CEO, and we brought in a marketing manager. And what we did is we actually went back, and because we'd worked in the infomercial world, we actually had over 40 products in our inventory that were basically ready to show or license. That's a lot of inventory for us, a lot of money invested. So what we did was we looked at the markets that did well even during the meltdown in 2008. We identified certain markets that were going to do really well, and markets that we had products for already. And the one that we chose to start with was assistive medical and rehab products. I don't know if you're aware of it right now. There are over 100 million people in the United States over 50. In the next two decades, there will be countries in this world that have populations over 65 that are nearing or actually exceeding 40% of their populations. It's never happened before. I used to be a climber. I used to teach martial arts, and I got to a point where I had to have an artificial hip put in. I couldn't, let alone climb a vertical rock face 1,000 feet. I couldn't get out of my chair. And basically bought a product that didn't work, and I thought, I'm in the medical market. I should be able to do this. So we basically designed a product that is portable. The first unit is portable. There are about 15 products. And Chris is deploying it now. So the product's designed to fit in different kinds of chairs. And what it does is, basically it uses your own body weight. And if Chris pulls his feet back and leans forward, go ahead and lean forward, he can lift 100% of his weight without any motors or springs. Part of the way through this, we discovered he can let himself down too. But part of the way through this, we realized there are people who can get halfway up and can't get the rest of the way. And so what we did was we just about trebled our sales by adding the extension handles. So with the extension handles, you have more leverage. He can actually lift himself, go pull your feet back and use your elbows. He can lift himself just by leaning forward, and then he can climb the grips. So what we've done at this point is the United States veterans, the VA has seen it. They've asked us to put it into a chair. We've taken it to hospitals and nursing homes. They've asked for a chair that has an extra pedal so they can actually lift the patients. We have 2 different products that use the mechanism that will go into the bathroom. One actually bolts to the toilet, the other stands over it. We have dining chairs for nursing homes. We've got products and it just goes on and on. So we've started a company, and we just got our first inventory last week from China. And that's what we're doing with the ProRise.
Is that it?
That's it.
Cool. Questions? Question? Yes, ma'am.
Does that come in different sizes?
It does. There's a bariatric version that will be coming out, and the chairs always will have a bariatric size. At some point, though, the handles get so far apart, you'd have to do this, and it's, you know. So we'll be able to help, I would say, 80% of the population.
Next question. Thought I saw some more hands. Yeah, Greg.
How do you prevent those people who push down and then catapult themselves?
You'll have to try it. Yeah, it's mainly for people who are stable on their feet once they get up. And if, you know, we've had like 80 and 90-year-old people use it. And, you know, in the beginning, if they're not real stable, we want a caregiver there actually with them until they learn it. We actually had one lady that
There's a learning curve to it, right?
not much, but a little bit. We've actually had people, we had a old Chinese lady who was scared to death of it, and we left the prototype there. And the next morning she called and said, could I keep the prototype? So she obviously got over it. Sir?
In 1972, in the very first Baja 1000 to La Paz, I was involved in a horrendous crash, and it's been bothering me 24/7 ever since. In order for me to stand up, I got to edge my way forward until
Right.
I can brace myself and elevate myself. I cannot see the.
Do you want to try it?
Here, and I'll come over and look at it afterwards. But does that technology can that be beneficial to my totally battered condition?
I would think so.
Does anybody want to try?
Come try it now.
Try it.
Come give it a try. Okay, so scooch forward 2 inches.
Like this?
You want to
Scooch forward a little bit when you're ready to get up. Pull your feet back.
Pull my feet back.
Yeah. And lean forward and push.
Hey, it's great. I'm just into drama. No, this is pretty cool. I've got elderly friends that really have mobility problems, and this would be like
Marvin, give it a
perfect.
try.
Even if you had something like this for the toilet seat.
We already have it.
We're
Yeah.
working on it.
So it actually slides you out of the chair. Is that
Not
the
exactly. It actually
concept?
lifts you. So you can pop yourself in, or you can. Okay, now, just show you how easy it is. Pull your feet back, lean forward. Just put your elbows on these. Just put your elbows on it. Just lean. Lean forward,
Put
push
weight-
yourself up.
put your weight
Lean
through.
forward and push. Now climb the handles.
That seems a bit cumbersome. to push
Okay,
it.
well, just put your hands here then. Lean forward and push up.
Like one
I
national
think
motion.
that way would help me. That way would do it.
Oh, well, then that means it worked.
Because that there gives me full body,
And not everybody needs the extra handles.
and I can stand up. I haven't
Sure.
stood up that easily in years.
Yeah, we've got people who can't, so thank you.
I congratulate you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Great job.
Card,
Oh,
price,
oh, there's a,
card
there's
price-
a, I'll give you
price
a sheet.
Website?
All the presenters.
www.tryprorise.com.